Welcome back. Long time no see. Welcome back to the latest and the last installment of the House of the Dragon series. It has been a wild ride. And a slow one, but wild nonetheless. Here I have my last couple of notes for episode 9 and episode 10. So, let's do this one last time. For season 1. Let's give it up for season 1. Alright. Alicent, babe. Alicent, babe. You're dumb. You're a dummy. You're a dummy, bitch. You're a dummy. Please be for real. And I'm gonna tell you why, Alicent. Why would you go to your father saying that Viserys wants Aegon to be king? And why are you acting surprised that your father is reacting the way he is? I just don't feel bad for you, Alicent. I don't. I don't understand what you... I don't understand. And then the fact that you all are just going on with it. How can this truth be told? Only him and Alicent was in the room. Even if it was true. We just supposed to take her word for it? He knighted Rhaenyra as his heir in front of everybody. But he only said that he wanted Aegon to be his heir just in front of her. Be serious. Y'all stole it from Rhaenyra. That's the truth. Be serious. The fact that Alicent is still being manipulated is really just dumb to me. And the fact that she can't wake up to reality. Like I said, she let her jealousy get the best of her. And like I said, she let her father get into her head. And now all of a sudden in this episode, she wants to start to realize her father's true nature. Girl, your father has always been like this. This isn't new. Just in that last episode, I think it was episode 5, before he sat up here, or episode 4, when he got sent from King's Landing from those disgusting rumors he was spreading. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, he's over here telling you Rhaenyra will do nothing to stop at getting to the throne, and that means kill you and kill your kids. First of all, Alicent, does that even sound like it makes sense? Now here we are 20 years later, and you over here looking stupid that your father has the audacity to say something like, well, we have to kill all of them. They're never going to bend the knee. We have to kill them. Well, they're probably never going to bend the knee because you all know that Rhaenyra is the true heir. If your first idea is to just straight up kill them, you have to know that you are wrong in there somewhere. Now Alicent want to sit there and rub her temples and look panicked. Here's the thing. Sir Lyman, whoever who stood up at that meeting, it was like, no, I've been rocking with Viserys before any of y'all. Ain't no way he did that. Which is true. And here go Sir Christian Cole talking about something. Sit down! Are you serious? To kill him? And then the fact that everybody just sat there like it was okay. This is what pisses me off about Game of Thrones a lot of times. Why is there consequences for everybody else except for the people that there needs to be consequences for? You just killed this man for no reason, Sir Christian Cole. It's not like he raised his hand. It's not like he took out a blade. You slammed him down so hard that you cracked his skull, and y'all sitting there letting him bleed out on the table. What? The Lord Commander is a W. And my thing is, let them box. Let them fight. Let's see how Christian Cole really get down. Because at this point, since you so bloodlusted, and to be honest with you, Christian Cole, it's been 20 years like it's been for everybody else. I'm not sure why you're so angry. Because you seem to be in love with Allison. I don't know, you've been, you know what I mean, doing whatever. But it's like, you need to find yourself some relief. I don't know why you're so angry. Rhaenyra been moved on. Get a life. And my next note is, Allison, why would you tell your father? Like, you really sitting there looking stupid and dumbfounded, and we're not going to kill her. Viserys wouldn't want, and da-da-da-da. And your father doesn't care about none of that. That's who your father has always been. Wake up to reality, you stupid broad. And now it's too late. Allison also is a terrible mother. I'm gonna be honest. She's a terrible mother. Helena don't want nothing to do with her. You see when she came in the room, Helena just like, she scooting over. She don't want nothing to do with Allison. At this point, girl, you suck. You suck. Seriously. Helena is unhinged. She gotta sleep with a damn brother. Be for real. Otto Hightower was a nut. The fact that he killing everybody who might... Like, you really want this girl. You want Rhaenyra dead. You want your grandson on the Iron Throne so bad. And because he's stupid and silly and all he care about is fucking bitches and drinking, you want to be in his ear. You want you and your daughter, pretty much, or really just you, to be running the Seven Kingdoms. People should be allowed to be like, no. They should be allowed to say no. And you hung that man. Then later, on a wild goose hunt for Aemon, we finally see Daemon's ex after 20 years. I'm gonna be honest, I did not care about that conversation. Anyway, Aegon does not want to be king. And at least he's very aware of the fact that I'm not going to be a good king. I don't want none of this. I never asked for any of this. I do respect that, but we can later see when he is crowned king that he loves the glory. First of all you got in there is peasants. They gonna clap for any motherfucking thing. They was clapping for Cersei and Joffrey. Get real. And Aegon sitting there talking about something. They don't love you. They don't know you. And all that's about to go to your head and you're about to be a terrible king. Good luck controlling that, Allison, since you're so confident you're going to control it, you stupid broad. But we get to a point where Allison does finally stand up for herself when Sir Christian Cole and what's-his-face, Aemon, bring back Aegon. And her and her father meet, and you finally start to understand that you have been your father's puppet this whole time. Stupid. Shout out Bliss Text, by the way. You wanna Bliss Text, hello? You wanna support the kid. It is welcomed. Anywho, get a grip, Allison. Seriously. I'm glad that you finally stood up for yourself and gave your father a piece of your mind. But at the end of the day, it's too late. I can see now clear as day that hell is broken loose. It's too late. It doesn't matter. This nigga who with the cane and everything yeah, he's weird. He has a foot fetish. It's yuck. Yuck, Allison. Yuck. Yuck to you, yuck to him, yuck to the whole situation. It's just so gross. Now, let's move forward to the swearing in of King Aegon. Babe, nobody even cared. The silence was deafening. The silence was deafening. The fact nobody gave a damn had me laughing my ass off. I won't lie about that. Now, we get to the point that Rhaenys is able to get on her dragon and flee, which is great. But the thing is, baby, you better than me. Because the way I would have yelled Jacaerys would have made my fucking head spin. You had an opportunity and you didn't take it. And I am disappointed. I won't lie about that. Now, we're going to get to episode 10. The Black Queen. Rhaenyra is a great mother. Alicent mothers out of manipulation and just whatever, and Rhaenyra mothers out of love. Now, when Princess Rhaenys, the queen that ever was, makes it back to Dragonstone and tells Rhaenyra and Daemon what's going on, and Daemon says, you had the opportunity to blow they ass away and didn't take it. I'm confused. Well, Daemon is spitting. I think he's spitting, I'm gonna be honest, because like I just said a second ago, me personally, Rhaenys, I would have took the shot. But I get it. It's not your war to start, and it would have started a war. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Would it have started a war? Because they all would have died. So I don't really know what war they would have started, but I get it. But Daemon has a point. Moving on, though, to, unfortunately, Princess Rhaenyra's, Queen Rhaenyra's miscarriage. Daemon, I'm disappointed. I know it's time for war. Like, we just got the news that my father has passed, and they went ahead and crowned Aegon, didn't say nothing to me, didn't tell me shit. I think that part is real disrespectful. Absolutely, because they could at least sent word about her father and gave options. Like, they was over there talking about, Alicent was talking about, well, we gonna send options to Rhaenyra. But you didn't really send options, because by the time that you did all of that, Aegon was already king. So you really didn't give me an option. She's going through it, and she's having a very terrible pregnancy. Again, obviously it was a miscarriage, because they even mentioned how it was way too soon for her to be giving birth. And Daemon is hearing these screams unfazed. And I'm confused, Daemon, because we seen the same thing with your other wife, Laena. Does pregnancy freak you? Like, I'm confused why you're so distant when it comes to these things. And the thing that really disappointed me was she called out for you and you were nowhere to be found. I will say the up close shots of the baby, I don't know if that was necessary. I feel like we got it. I feel like we really understood what was going on. So the very up close shots of a lot of that, it just seemed unnecessary to me. I think it was just insult to injury. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it seeing those images made it any more sad. I think it's sad, period. It just made it graphic. Which, again, we already know pregnancy is graphic, especially during those times. So to me, it just felt like unnecessary, honestly. But sad nonetheless. I'm sorry. I think she just been getting hit back to back to back. And I think they probably chose to do it graphically like that, just, again, to really rub salt in the wound. Like, she just got word about her dad. Now this very graphic and traumatic miscarriage. So, yeah. Now, I love that, what's his face? I didn't catch his name, but homeboy stole the crown when they were at, the little baby's funeral. He stole the crown and came and pledged his allegiance to the queen, the Black Queen. I love that. I think that was a major W. I do believe that Daemon loves her, but it's just like, bro, comfort her sometimes. Like, you just looking at her longingly and sadly does not convince me that you are all right up here. Like, actually comfort. Show that you love people. Please. I love just the politics talk. Them at Dragonstone getting down to business. Daemon wants blood, and I don't blame him. I do not blame him. Shortly after that, Otto Hightower coming to Dragonstone, to me personally, was an L. Be for real. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, Alicent. I feel like you should have went. You should have went because a good bit of this is your fault. I think both Rhaenyra and Daemon make excellent points about how things should be handled. Now, me personally, I'm more so on Daemon's side. I am, you know, when people was choosing their houses and everything in terms of the Game of Thrones, I am very much fire and blood. I do believe I'm minus the incest, a Targaryen at heart. Because, like I said, I would have started the damn war. Because I don't like disrespect. And I feel like the disrespect alone over the last decade and a half would have had me fucked up. Between the snide comments, like I said, and here's the thing, Allison, I didn't forget. You threatened my son. Your son threatened my son. And you cut me, because I'm pretty sure I still have the damn scar. I don't forget those things. So I would have, and then y'all done sat up here and swore this nigga in, didn't tell me. Princess Rhaenys had to come and tell me after she fled that my father died. Ain't nobody sent no raven to tell me that. Y'all plotting. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you know what you're doing. And Rhaenyra is better than me, because I would have been with Daemon. I would have went for blood. I would have went ahead and did what we had to do and dealt with it. However, I understand what Rhaenyra is saying. The same thing that they were saying in Game of Thrones about Daenerys. Well, you can't rule over ash. You can't this and that and the third. I don't want to be the queen of ash and bone. Whatever. I'm going to be honest. I don't agree with that, because there are times that you have to choose violence. And people are going to be sacrificed. And if you have the power to do it, you can do it. And honestly, you have the power. You all even have the power to not even take it to the Seven Kingdoms. And like, to hurt people. But that's me personally. But I did love Rhaenyra pulling her panties up. You feel me? I think she was really teeing up, because they was going back and forth. Daemon started raising his voice. And Rhaenyra said, clear the room. Okay, Rhaenyra. I know that's right, girl, because let me tell you something. I understand you angry, Daemon, but you're not about to be in here raising your voice. Be for real. Let's be for real. However, Daemon, you choking people out is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, Rhaenyra. I honestly wouldn't forget that either. Why are you like, what are you doing here? What is wrong with you? Don't take your frustrations out on me. That is crazy. I would have had to have Daemon slapped around a little bit for that. But Rhaenyra isn't crazy, because Daemon can't get slapped around. He probably would outfight everybody there. So it is what it is. But yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, yo, Daemon, don't do that. But I don't know. Maybe he's angry about the fact that, like Rhaenyra said, you know, that was a very intense moment. Like, he didn't tell you. He didn't tell you about the Song of Ice and Fire. He over there looking crazy. Like, he's not in the mood to hear no fairy tales. But Rhaenyra obviously, and her father really believes in the fact that the Night King and everything is coming. Speaking of which, I'm going to be honest, I don't want to keep hearing about the Song of Ice and Fire. I'm bored. I understand it plays a major part in the story, obviously. But the major part of the story has been ruined. Game of Thrones has been ruined. That was the whole plot line of Game of Thrones, period. The prince that was promised was Sir Jon Targaryen, aka Rhaegar Targaryen, who got sent back to the wall. And he didn't even kill the Night King. At this point, I feel like y'all can tell the story without that being a plot point. Because also, if this whole thing takes place probably now 160 years before Daenerys is even born, it doesn't matter. The Night King and his army of the dead, we don't see them for another 200 fucking years. I don't want to keep hearing about the Song of Ice and Fire because it's pointless. And that was my worry about the show, was like, okay, y'all are still tying it to Game of Thrones. And when they bring that up, don't get me wrong, I understand it's a plot point, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it's not that big of a plot point, because nothing with that whole thing happens in this time period. Unless they incorporate it, but I doubt they are, because this is about the Dance of the Dragons. So the whole song Ice and Fire, the prince that was promised, and this and that, the third, it's pissing me off because we know it happens and it's a waste, ultimately. In the show, at least. I love the allegiance, though. I love, again, everybody is at the table at Dragonstone talking. And, you know, Rhaenyra getting busy. She doing what she can. And, you know, her sons, she love them boys, and they're doing their duties as princes, and they was flying. Which leads us to the tragedy of Lucerys. He gets on his dragon. He goes to the Baratheons, which, mind you, I was just talking about this with my homegirl the other day. I hate the Baratheons, I'll be honest. The Baratheons just fucking suck. They suck. They suck so bad to me. And of course, who's there? Aemon. And Aemon does his speech and takes off his eye patch and gets so upset about the fact that, look what you did to me. Let me explain something to you, Aemon. And this is the thing I don't like, which again all goes back to Alicent, is the entitlement. It's the entitlement. You lost your eye because you threatened my life at the end of the day. I was supposed to let you kill me. That's what you're telling me. I was supposed to let you run, say what you want to say to me, say what you want to say to my cousins, which are also my betrothed, steal people dragon, make these snide comments, call us bastards, call us out our name, and you threaten me with a rock. You threaten to beat my brains in. But now you want to be upset because you're disfigured? So you can dish out the heat but can't take it? What? The entitlement that you are owed some sort of respect. For what? And you want to sit up here and show your eye and have some sort of pity party and be... I defended myself at the end of the day, and you deserved it at the end of the day. I don't give a damn about your eye. This is not no pity party. It's time to grow up. You sad about your eye, you insecure about your eye, and you should have watched your fucking mouth. And you doing all this to scare this poor boy who was simply defending his life. And you and Vhagar, which Vhagar, I'm very disappointed in you, killed him and his dragon. And you got the audacity to say, Vhagar, no! Be for real. You got the largest dragon in the world. Literally, this poor baby Luke and his dragon are just little itty bitty things doing what they supposed to do. And you talk about Vhagar, no, trying to scare him. You can't control no dragon at the end of the day. And clearly Vhagar is taking on your personality. So you over there looking horrified. You just started a war. You just started a war. Why did you kill that boy? And you over there looking crazy. I know, I can hear y'all now. Well, he didn't mean it. It don't matter what he meant to do. He did it. He done got in the air and was chasing this child. Whether the dragon ate him or not, it was stormy weather conditions. He could have flew into a building. He could have fell off. His intention was to hurt this child. So Aemon, like I said before in the last episode, you're... And you should have been killed. You should have been killed. To see that Daemon had to go in there and comfort Rhaenyra and tell her what happened. And I don't even know about comfort. He just grabbed his hand. That's the most comforting we've seen, is he grabbed her hand to walk to the fire. Rhaenyra, I'm sorry. I don't know the time span. You done lost your father. You lost your unborn child. And you lost your baby Luke, who, I mean, made it very clear you love dearly. Me personally, I'm flying to King's Landing that night. If it was me, we would have already started the war. But now it's definitely war. And again, I don't know what angle Rhaenyra is going to take, but there would be bloodshed and the peasants would be caught in the crossfire. I don't care. This is my child we talking about. And again, I'm about to flip it on. I'm about to flip it. Because again, Alicent, I'm going to show you how this come all the way back around to you. You raised them little greedy, disgusting assholes. You did. And how we always Targaryens are mad. Them Aegon and Aemon wasn't born of incest. It was Viserys and Alicent. They wasn't born of incest. It's not like we dealing with Daenerys' brother, Viserys, down the line. They are crazy and disrespectful and disgusting because of how you and your damn daddy raised them kids. Because if it's Targaryen madness, then Rhaenyra's children should come out crazy, which I'm pretty sure they don't. Just yours. Just yours, Alicent. Because you're a terrible mother. And all this spirals down from you. Because again, you raised a terrible Aegon who pranked his brother talking about, oh, picky, picky, picky. He done took that shit to heart. Stole Rhaegar. You see? Vhagar, excuse me. You see how it's trickling down? And it all leads back to you and your despicable ass daddy Otto. I can't believe Luke is dead, man. It broke my heart. I sobbed. I didn't sob, but it was very sad. And I feel for Rhaenyra, man. And I really hope when we turn into season 2, I've been seeing people say online, whatever she do, in my mind is justified. Just like I thought Daenerys was justified and everybody else was calling her mad and all kind of shit. Absolutely not. I don't give a damn. The problem is y'all give a damn too much. You have to sacrifice the few. Didn't Otto say that? You gotta sacrifice the few. But it's time to get serious. It's time to tee up and show people you serious. Because I think they've played with your kindness and the fact that you're very close to Viserys, just like they was playing with Viserys. Let's not act like them last couple episodes I didn't talk about how Viserys was also getting taken advantage of and nobody took him serious. Rhaenyra, in a minute, ain't nobody about to take you serious. I'm gonna be honest, I would let Daemon take the reins. Do what you feel like you need to do. Because it's time to fight a war. It's time. Y'all took my baby boy, who is just, the amount of guilt. I mean, it's sick. I mean, Rhaenyra's sitting somewhere right now, sick. That's it. The Black Queen. And I don't blame her. My heart would be black as hell and I'm weak thinking about it. The way I would eat up each and every single person in the Red Keep at King's Landing. But there you have it, folks. That is the House of the Dragon, and we are getting ready to get into the Dance of the Dragons, which ultimately, as we know, completely destroys House Targaryen, Valerian, and Hightower, and everybody else that wasn't mentioned in Game of Thrones. So we'll see. If you like the video, like the video. If you relate to anything I said, share it with your other Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon friends. And let's have a conversation in the comments. Let me know what you thought about episode 9 and 10, the season finale. You know, I enjoyed it. And for a good bit of time, I really thought that I wasn't going to watch season 2. I think I'm going to watch season 2 because I want to see what happens. I think now we cooking with fire. Episode 1 through 6 was so fucking boring, I'm not going to lie. It just was a very slow burn. But baby, did it pick up? So yeah, we in the house. I'm ready to see what happens, and I want to see Rhaenyra get it back in blood. I want to see her spin the block on the motherfuckers. So anywho, Okay, anyway, real quick, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank y'all so much for watching and being part of my first series, my first real series that I ever did here on the channel. Wasn't super consistent, but we gonna get better with time. So again, if you liked this and you think anybody else would like it, please feel free to share, like, subscribe, stay for more, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. I really enjoy engagement. And I loved it. I loved the last couple of episodes. They definitely impressed me and saved me to stick with it. Because for a minute I was thinking that I just didn't give a damn. But I think we back. I think I'm going to stick it out. So we'll see. Do y'all want a season 2 episode by episode again? We'll see. We probably ain't going to get season 2 until 2025. So, you know, whatever. But anywho, thank y'all so much for watching and being a part of this. And I'll see y'all in the next series. Peace out. And, oh, and you know what? Shout out to everybody who had something to do with House of the Dragon. Y'all put it together. Excellent. Y'all really did. Y'all had a tough act to follow at Game of Thrones, and I think y'all did it. So I'm impressed. Woo! All right. Bye.